friends. Welcome to OAWA's weekly update on the economy and markets. We begin with news on the global front on two large economies. The first one is Japan, which is showing bright sparks of economic growth. As per data released for the April to June 2023 quarter, real GDP growth came in at a rate of 6% annualized, which outpaced what analysts and economists were expecting. Growth in exports and recovery in inbound tourism are said to be the key factors. Moving on, another large economy which is not doing so well is China. Last week we reported how prices are declining and there is deflation in China. Youth unemployment in China has reached a record 21.3% in June, and the government has not released the data for July, thus leading to more concerns. Exports are dipping and retail sales rose only by 2.5% in July, lower than the expected target of 4.5%. And in a sign of growing urgency about the need to boost economic growth, the Chinese central bank unexpectedly cut key interest rates on its one-year medium-term loan facility by 15 bips to 2.5%, the biggest reduction since 2020. The central bank also cut a short-term policy rate by 10 bips from 1.9% to 1.8%. Few analysts still feel that in spite of the rate cuts, there is a real risk of the Chinese economy slipping into recession. Moving on to domestic news, one edtech startup seems to be doing rather well in the current challenging funding environment. We are talking about PhysicsWallah, an Indian edtech startup now classified as a unicorn with over $1 billion valuation. PhysicsWallah says it's on track to meet its revenue target of Rs 2,400 crore at consolidated level for FY24, with the core business contributing Rs 1,900 crore and the balance coming from inorganic acquisitions. While the online segment has experienced 100% growth in 2023, the offline Vidya Peets have expanded by 150%. PW says its strategy is different from other edtech startups as it has done only measured acquisitions and have ensured to fully integrate them with existing businesses. It is also profitable and claims to keep student net promoter score at top of everything they do. The company also claims to have not done any overhiring and don't see any further immediate funding requirement. PhysicsWallah is planning a public listing in the next 3 years. Moving on to news on India's largest broking company, Zerodha has recently announced that it has received the final approval from SEBI to start their mutual fund business. The asset management company will be a joint venture between Zerodha Broking and fintech platform Smallcase and plans to focus on passive funds and ETFs. And finally, an important update on the economy. Inflation has again shot up with the latest CPI release for July 2023 coming at a 15-month high of 7.44% in India. The rise is led by food price inflation, particularly tomatoes. It is expected that government intervention and supply-side policies may lead to a cooling off for key vegetables and cereals in the coming months. The market and the Reserve Bank will surely be watching this data keenly. That's it from us this week. Do click like, share and follow if you liked our content, and do visit our website www.oawa.in for information on our courses. See you next week.